growing up in my family, you know, I loved at Christmas time a song that my older brother, who passed on recently, used to sing, and a lot of people love it. It's called An Old Christmas Card. There's an old Christmas card in an old rusty trunk, and it brings back sweet memories dear to me. Although it's faded and worn, it's as precious as the morn. But I found it neat at first Christmas tree. Oh, I threw it everywhere, every line. Yes, I'm always sentimental about this time. Pardon me if a tear falls on my mind Christmas cheer. It's the memory of an old Christmas card. You know, I don't know why I get the feeling sentimental this time every year, but every time I see a Christmas card, I can't help reminiscing of the very first Christmas that you and I spent together. What a beautiful Christmas card you gave me that year. Why, I know you must have looked through thousands of cards to find that wonderful poem that still brings a tear to my heart. Oh, I thrill with every word, every line. Yes, I'm always sentimental around this time. Pardon me if a tear falls on my mind Christmas cheer. It's the memory of an old Christmas card. Another favorite Christmas song, of course, is Jingle Bells, which is a favorite of children, I guess, especially the younger ones. Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ho, ho, bells and buckets ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing our sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, thought I'd take a ride. Soon Miss Fanny Bride seated by my side, was whistling and rang. His fortune was his life. Got into the drift and bang, and oops, we got upside. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride the one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride the one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride the one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Silent Night. This is a beautiful preparation for the night Jesus was born, and Silent Night is a beautiful hymn to capture that. Silent night, holy night, oh
Wayne Rosted used to work here, and Wayne Rosted did a great show on the road again. And he wrote a beautiful Christmas song, which I love. It's called Christmas in the Valley. Sleigh bells are ringing in the snow, kissing the mistletoe, out in the barn the cattle low. It's Christmas in the valley. Oh, and soon beneath the Christmas tree, we gather with our family, love and perfect harmony. It's Christmas in the valley. Oh, the valley lights, they shine so bright, all the world will be so right. Santa's magic night comes to his children. Every sleigh bells are ringing in the snow. It's a neat mistletoe, out in the barn the cattle low. It's Christmas in the valley. Candlelights and hearts that glow, silent cans of falling snow, familiar songs on the radio. That's Christmas in the valley. In every town the church bells ring, in every home a child dreams, in every heart the spirit rings. It's Christmas in the valley. Oh, the valley lights that shine so bright, all the world will be so right. Santa's magic night comes to his children. Every sleigh bells are ringing in the snow, kissing beneath the mistletoe, out in the barn the cattle low. It's Christmas in the valley. Out in the barn the cattle low. It's Christmas in the valley. Don't seem like Christmas when her mama's not here. Granny would say she knit in her chair. Things have gone modern. I suppose that's the cause. Christmas is not like it was.
Hey, Mama Looney!
Hark, what's that noise outside the porch door? Granny tells the mamas there's 20 or more. Poor old withered face brightens up with a grin. Any mummers, nice mummers, allow him. Oh, come in, lovely mummers, don't bother the snow. We'll wipe up the water, sure, after you go. Sit if you can, or on some mother's knee, and see if we know who you're being. There's big ones and small ones and tall ones and thin, boys dressed as women and girls dressed as men, with their humps on their back and their mitts on their feet. In blessed we'll die with the heat. Oh, there's only one there that I think that I know, a tall fella standing alongside the stove, shaking his fist for to make me not tell, simply from out on the hill. Oh, that one's a stranger, if ever there was one, with his underwear stuffed and his trapdoor undone. He's wearing his mother B-42 bra. I know, but I'm not going to say. Don't suppose you find mummers would turn round and drop, nor Homer, Elkie, whatever they got. Not the one with the rubber boots on the wrong feet. He's enough for to do him all week. But Christmas, mummers me dear, please God we will see you next year. Little children are getting ready for Santa. Now we all are, I suppose, but the little children have to be prepared for Santa to come on Christmas night, Christmas Eve night. So you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, he's making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, he sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake, he knows when you've been good or bad, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. With a little tin horn, a little toy drum, a Rudy toot-toot and a Rudy tum-tum, Santa Claus is coming to town. All the kids in girls and boyland will have a jubilee. Just gonna build a toyland around the Christmas tree. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yes, Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, everything is pretty busy this time of the year, and you go out to the mall or to other stores all around town, you know, and you find out that everything is busy and people are rushing around to try to get the gifts for their kids or for their loved ones. So Silver Bells is a sign that captures that. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, many smile after smile, and on every street corner you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them sing. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Streets are sing like people stop lights in the bright red and green. From the spelling with the treasure. Hear the skull crunch, see the kids punch. It's a Santa's big scene. Come on, little hearts so you'll be. Silver bell, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ding, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. I've seen quite a few Christmases, and the Christmas time this year and other years that I've experienced, you know, over the years with my family have been beautiful. I often think back to the time when I lived at my own home with Mom and Dad, and things were a lot different then. The Christmas spirit was always the same. We never saw the Christmas tree until Christmas morning. Mother did the decorating, probably helped with our older sisters, you know, and they did that Christmas Eve. And there was only a few toys, not like today, you know, probably each one of us got one. And one of the better things that I thought, and I often think about now, was the Christmas stocking. And we used to have these knitted stockings, and when we get up in the morning they'd be around the tree with our names on it, with our toy, and it was filled with things like these hard nuts you had to crush the shell on, a few grapes on the top, candy, Christmas candy, an orange and an apple, and some other small thing. That was beautiful. And at Christmas time, we always had gatherings in our own home. People would come in to share the Christmas spirit, and for some reason our home was always a center spot for a lot of people coming in. Because although Dad never played any musical instruments, he was a real entertainer. He could tell stories for hours and sing songs without any music. And Mother had a beautiful melodious voice. And my sister Annie, all of us to some degree took part in the singing. And Annie used to come in, and although she was a small lady, she used to sing with the best of voices, the highest of voices that could even make hairs stand in your head. And Christmas, you know, then had the big dinner that we had. We had benches all around the table because, as you know, we had a big family. And people would come in and sit down, and they'd enjoy the meal with us because we did invite a few friends. And that's the time when we had the old wood stoves, you know, with the warmer on the top, the hot water container on the side, reservoir I guess you'd call it, and a beautiful heat going out throughout the house, and the smell of Christmas was unbelievable. Unfortunately, one thing I remember about one Christmas was that, and it was written in the Newfoundland Herald last year at Christmas time, 2015, our house caught fire and was gutted. And our family, all the children, had to move to different homes, and Mom and Dad went to my aunts or uncles. And until we reunited, that was a difficult time, but there were families that took us in. I was taken in by Mrs. Tony Walsh, who did an excellent job of making me feel so welcome and gave me everything I ever needed. And I'll always remember that, and I became close friends with her children. So that's what Christmas is about with me.